Marmorino Palladino is a low-sheen, lime-based, medium-grain marble plaster used for creating a variety of stone finishes, from old-world distressed looks to contemporary smooth finishes. You will first need to apply the Meoded quartz primer. Watch the primer video for proper application. Let the quartz primer dry for a minimum of 5 hours before adding plaster. Apply the first coat of Marmorino Palladino using a trowel and a stainless steel spatula. Cover the entire surface in a smooth and even fashion while maintaining a wet edge. Work in square yard sections, pulling excess material from one yard to the next. Clean all the extra plaster off with the trowel, creating a thin, even layer. Wait for it to set for 15 to 20 minutes. Check for lines. If lines are visible, prepare to smooth them. Rub the surface with a damp sponge in a circular motion to ensure an even coat. Allow at least 12 hours to dry. Depending on the size of the wall and your aesthetic preference, decide what size bricks you wish to create. Once you've chosen the width of the bricks, use a yardstick, a pencil, and a leveler, if you like, to measure where the horizontal tape lines will go. You may choose 6 by 8 or 8 by 10, whatever you like, but make sure that the measurements are consistent and precise. It's best to do a test first. Following your precise measurements, apply the tape horizontally, pressing it firmly to the surface. It's important to use thin, strong strapping tape rather than regular masking tape here, because the strong strapping tape will stick to the wall and not peel off when you apply the plaster over it. Repeat the process with a yardstick and a pencil, now creating vertical lines. Again, keep the measurements precise and equidistant. Apply the tape in vertical lines going from the top of the wall to the bottom, keeping the tape strips long and intact in one piece. Keeping the tape strips connected is important for when you go to remove them later. Now, using a utility knife, cut the vertical lines on the alternate horizontal rows. Using a pencil and a yardstick, create a mark in the middle of every brick on the top of the wall. Keep the measurements precise and consistent, and repeat this at the bottom of the wall. Apply the tape in vertical lines going from the top of the wall markings to the bottom, again keeping the tape strips in one long piece from ceiling to floor. Go back with the utility knife and cut the vertical strips of tape off of each alternate brick on the horizontal rows. Make sure masking tape overlaps so it will come off in one piece connected. With a trowel, apply a layer of Marmorino Palladino over the patterned tape, but make sure the tape is firmly pressed to the surface first. Otherwise, it may move, destroying the pattern texture. Smooth the surface and clean the excess material off of the trowel, creating a consistent layer throughout. Allow at least 12 hours to dry. If you want thicker bricks, add a second layer of plaster over the tape. Clean the trowel, and if you want to add texture for extra character, do so immediately. Wait for it to set for 15 to 20 minutes. Start to smooth it, keeping a little texture. When the surface is still wet, gently pull the connected tape strips away slowly. It's very important that the strips come off together. Now smooth the tape edges with the trowel. Allow at least 12 hours to dry. Once the surface is dry, erase the pencil lines. When the texture is completely dry, select 1 or 2 bricks to make thicker. Add regular masking tape this time to the brick edges. And apply a layer of Marmorino Palladino coat to those selected bricks. This will add an antique authenticity to your brick wall. Allow the surface to dry for 12 hours minimum. Once the surface is completely dry, if you'd like some bricks a little smoother for a naturally worn look, sand the surface using 280 to 320 sandpaper grit or a machine. When it's completely smooth to the touch, use a clean dry cloth to clean all the dust off before adding the glaze. Choose any color Velour glaze and dilute it 4-part water, 1-part glaze. With a damp sponge, apply the glaze in a circular motion evenly. It's important to start light because it's easier to go from light to dark. On large surfaces, before applying color glaze, it's recommended that you apply a clear Velour glaze diluted 1 to 10 to seal the surface first. This gives you more open time to play with the color, otherwise the color could dry unevenly. It also makes it more washable. Dab the sponge in the gaps, giving them a darker tint. This creates depth and age, giving the surface a more authentic brick look. At this point, you can have fun with it and add another color. Sponge on the new color of your choice, but cover the surface sporadically. This layered effect adds even more depth and character to your look. Marmorino Palladino bricks is an old-world stone brick effect with exquisite character and style, and very easy to create.